What's going on, guys? It's Brian,
And Jennifer.
and today we are talking about the brand new Disney movie Jungle Cruise, starring Emily Blunt and Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
There is a legend in the jungles of the Amazon of a tree that heals all. It could change the world, but if it gets into the wrong hands, it could awaken a great evil. I believe that the legend is real.
Which it's not.
And I'm going to find it.
Which you won't.
And when I do, just imagine the lives that could be saved.
I've been looking for this tree longer than anybody. You're searching for something that can't be found.
But you've never had the key.
I got you.
Frank, get it.
Hold on.
Come on.
I got it.
Frank.
I don't got it.
No. For goodness sake, just leave me alone. That was a disaster.
Didn't go the way I planned.
First overall reactions, if I'm being honest with you, I could not get into this movie. I had a very hard time to this movie. I think it was because I just didn't really believe the plot. I just couldn't get in with the plot.
Mhm.
It felt like which really sucks too, because you know how much of a Dwayne Johnson fan I am.
Oh yeah, and the other video you're talking it up that you've never seen it yet, but The Rock's in it. The Rock's in it. Like, well, we don't know if it just because The Rock's in it doesn't mean it's gonna be a good movie.
Yeah, to me, it felt like a cheaper version of the Pirates of the Caribbean movie. Except it wasn't in the ocean; it was on a river ride, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Because at least with Pirates of the Caribbean, they had somewhat of a story to go off of from the ride. With this, I don't know if there's a story. I'm pretty sure there's not. It's just going through what they would call the jungle in Disney. So, what did you think about the movie?
I thought I was not gonna like it at all. I actually really enjoyed it. There was a section in the middle that I started getting confused and couldn't follow it. A lot of it had to deal with that I didn't understand the curse fully. And based off of the ride, the ride is it's a boat ride that has animatronic old animals that don't move much. They're just stiff. Like the elephants come out of the water, but there's a lot of those dad corny jokes. And the beginning of the movie, it is just filled with it. And I will admit this, I don't like the ride. I actually say when I go to the parks, that is a ride I can skip. I will ride it maybe once I've only ridden it maybe twice, and when I went there last, I'm like, it's not worth my time waiting in a long line for. So like, because I don't enjoy really the jokes on the ride, but it was funny to see the Rock poke at all of these jokes. And there's a very specific one that comes from the ride. It's the net. What is it? How many wonders of the world are there? They say, is there 8 or 9? I don't know. Whatever the number is.
There's the 7th wonder of the world, and then the 8th, and he shows it to him. It's the backside of water,
and that is from the actual ride. You go behind this waterfall. The next wonder of the world, the backside of water.
I guess that's the moment you've been waiting for. The 8th wonder of the world. It's the backside of water. Woo-hoo!
This is the highlight of the tour. It's my favorite part of the jungle. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for the 8th wonder of the world. The backside of water.
That is a joke from it. And a lot of the jokes that he was putting in there are not from the ride, but it was very comical because everyone who's been on the ride knows about those very dry, silly, dumb jokes. But I thought they were pretty good in the movie. Now, there is a secret society, and they bring it up in here. And I know what you mean. Like, well, it's just a boat ride. And that's the thing. When you're on this boat ride, there is stuff with Trader Sam. Trader Sam is a thing from the ride. There's even a Trader Sam's bar that is at the Polynesian that a ton of people want to get into. So there are nods definitely from the ride but the thing is, they don't bring up the society, and they do in the movie, but they don't say the name. The Society of Explorers and Adventurers, also known as SEAC. So it's like it spells out the word sea. And basically, it's a fictional organization that appears in various attractions of Disney parks, like around the world. So, it's in the Jungle Cruise. They talk about it. There's a restaurant called Skipper's Canteen that's a Jungle Cruise themed restaurant next to the ride. And one of the parks overseas, there's a different haunted mansion. It's called Mystic Manor, that there's a character from that. And it's like all of these scientists and explorers, and it's this weird intertwining like storyline that the Imagineers created. And that's what they're bringing up, this society with like the artifacts. Now, I could have sworn when I was trying to do research on the society with the Jungle Cruise, there might have been some underlying storyline that's not talked about in the ride, but it's kind of like a story that Imagineers know about this, not necessarily a curse, but like how the Rock was able to live for eternity or whatever they were trying to do in the movie. There was something to deal with that with the Jungle Cruise and the Secret Society or something. But I was just really thrown off by it. That this whole time he was doing the cruise and showing things off, but yet, like, I don't know.
So, like, from what I gathered, so we'll go into spoilers a little bit. From what I gathered, Frank, who is The Rock, that's his character's name, he traveled to this jungle, which I believe is in South America, I believe, to find a ancient artifact that will save his partner's daughter's life. And the partner that he had went crazy basically and killed all the natives, or tried to kill all the natives, and the natives cursed them.
Okay, the natives cursed them, because I know the jungle wanted to keep it, kept like attacking them, and that's why it turned into a bunch of nature stuff, which I thought was weird.
So like, here's the thing. Disney has been trying to find that new attraction based movie since Pirates of the Caribbean. And with Pirates of the Caribbean, the most successful out of all of them was the first three. After that, they kind of went wishy-washy. So they're trying to find that new attraction where people will be like, oh, well, this is a movie and it's awesome. I want to go see the ride now. And I don't think it really impacted that much due to, again, I didn't find this movie. I don't hate this movie. I don't think it's ever going to be one that I'll watch again because I just thought it was fairly boring. The Rock was funny in it, but he was also kind of like not a good character because he went very wishy-washy back and forth a lot. I found Emily Blunt's character just boring. The only good character was her brother?
I want to say it's her brother, but I could be wrong.
It's Jack Whitehall. He plays McGregor. So it is her brother, McGregor Houghton, who is a gay character. They even basically said that in the movie, and which they didn't make a huge deal out of it. That's whatever. It happened and then they went away from it. But he was funny in the movie. The villain wasn't really that good. If I have to really say,
the guy that kept turning into freaking snakes. Whoa.
Like, not even him. It was the Nazi. The guy was
that guy was we kept making fun of him while watching the movie, saying this guy is messed up. What is wrong with him?
And I've seen him in other stuff. His name's Jesse Plemons. He's been in a lot of
weirdo. That character was such a weirdo.
Like he's been in a lot of really good movies, and just like this part, I feel like if they had a different cast from what they have, like I'm even talking about The Rock, this might have been a better movie.
I don't think so. I feel like it's what they did is I feel like it had with you because you have no connection with the ride at all. You're
Yeah.
seeing this as a new viewer that the storyline wasn't enough to grab you and to make you interested.
Yeah.
What I found with this movie, have you seen National Treasure 2?
No, I've never seen those movies.
Ah, dang it. Okay, so the first one with Nicolas Cage, they're trying to steal the Declaration of Independence and this whole
Yeah.
run they go through. The second one, there's treasure they need to find, and spoiler alert, they end up going in Mount Rushmore. That's what's with all the presidents, right?
Mhm.
And this treasure is inside, and it's the same scenario where all this water needs to drain for this treasure.
Yeah.
Basically, the whole plot at the end of this movie is like National Treasure 2. And I'm turning to Julie, I'm like, I'm like, why does this seem like it's exact copy from that movie? Because the water has to drain, all this stuff, and then the whole magic reveal, and you could tell it's been there for like centuries or forever. But there was parts that, like, I did enjoy the movie, but like I said, when there was parts of the curse and different things, I was just like, wait, what? Huh? We did split the movie up and watch it in 2 different days, so maybe that was it.
Yeah.
But I don't know. But at the same time, though, I thought it was like a good movie, but like you're saying, holding up the standards to Pirates of the Caribbean, it's not going to come anywhere near Pirates.
No. And
And they're trying to do it. They're trying to make it like the next best, like a movie based off of an attraction that has not been done before. And I know they're going to be remaking Haunted Mansion, which I don't, we'll see how that turns out, but
yeah, the it didn't catch my attention. I'm sure that if I watched it again, I'd probably enjoy it a little bit more because the visuals are kind of nice, even though the CGI was very, very lackluster.
I could, yeah, they weren't making things look realistic enough.
Yeah.
And that whole thing when the tree came to life and then it died so fast really pissed me off. I'm like, do you guys realize, like, why are you going to have this tree die this fast? And then you spent all this time waiting around where you could have grabbed one of those flowers.
Yeah, no, it's just.
I did like the different time period it was in, though. It was, I always like period movies, so that I thought that was a nice touch.
It was kind of just like a mess of a movie. Like, it seemed like there was just editing mistakes, and there was like certain things that just didn't matter that happened in the movie because they really wanted you to connect with The Rock and Emily Blunt in this movie, like really bad. But what ended up happening is that you connected with the cheetah and her brother a little bit more than The Rock and Emily Blunt. And
how would you, in your opinion, what did it, except you said with the cast, what did it need to make it a better movie then?
So the action was fine. I would have liked more practical effects than what we got. I would probably just say the writing, because they really made The Rock's character kind of a douchebag for a lot of the movie.
High pants.
Like, he just didn't have like any likability. Like he'd start making you like him because The Rock can just play one of the most charming people ever. But then they wrote him to be just a horrible, horrible person. And it's just weird. Like, that's not what I thought I was going to be seeing.
What do you mean a horrible person?
Like, because he kept trying to like get Emily Blunt off the boat for a while and like try to take the arrowhead from her and stuff like that. It's just like, because I mean, they explain it later on, but like before they even say anything, they should explain a little bit better why he's being like that, why he has the reasoning, because he just wants to be put to rest. I mean, the dude's been alive for what, 400 years? Is that what he said?
Around that time.
So it's just, if they would have explained a little bit better, if they would have had a little bit better writing, I probably would be a better movie.
Do you think that they took too long in the movie to reveal that about him?
Yes.
That's one thing that I thought. I'm like, you're just telling us this now.
Yeah, because they were going for the twist aspect. That The Rock's not really a young man. He's 400 years old. And it didn't make any sense to me. I mean, this is coming from the person that thought George of the Jungle was a realistic funny movie. So my opinion doesn't mean too much, but for me, I can't say where I'll be like, oh, you know what, I really want to watch tonight, Jungle Cruise. No, I probably won't. The only time I'll ever watch it is if my kid ends up wanting to watch it for whatever God knows reason.
Oh my God. Well,
So,
on that note,
but
Brian
tell
does
us,
not approve the Jungle Cruise, doesn't
No.
like it.
so tell us what you thought about Jungle Cruise. Let us know.
Even
if
though
you
his
thought
man crush is in it.
I love The Rock too, and I hate talking bad about his movies, but this wasn't a good movie. This wasn't a fun movie to watch. It wasn't a terrible movie.
Did you want him to sing?
Yes, The Rock is an amazing singer. But anyways, tell us what you thought about the movie, whether you liked it or disliked it. If you liked it, tell us what you liked. If you didn't like it, tell us what you thought. Like, comment, subscribe. We will see you tomorrow for the 25 Days of Disney. Bye, guys.